Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Now let's discuss the 2018 NBA playoffs to see if your favorite teams were successful enough to make it this year, and to see if the teams that you wanted to make the playoffs weren't successful. Now let's get to it. In the East, we have the 8th seeded Washington Wizards taking on the number 1 seeded Boston Celtics. Now, if you like these two teams, get ready to see the Wizards' front court duo of John Wall and Bradley Beal take on the Toronto Raptors front court duo of Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. Quick fact for you, in 2015, it was the Wizards sweeping the Raptors 4-0 to advance to the second round of 2015 NBA playoffs. So, you don't want to miss this show, guys. Saturday on ABC. Also in the East, we have the 7th seeded Milwaukee Bucks taking on the number 2 seeded Boston Celtics. Now, if you love these two teams, get ready for a big man show as the Bucks' Giannis Antetokounmpo and also the Bucks' John Henson takes on the Boston Celtics All-Stars and Kyrie Irving and Al Horford. Now these two teams really don't have that much history in the playoffs. But one quick fact for you though, both teams wear green. So when you're watching this game, don't be confused. The Boston Celtics are in the white green jerseys and the Milwaukee Bucks are in the dark green jerseys. Also in the East we have the 6th seeded Philadelphia. Also in the East we have the 6th seeded Miami Heat taking on the 3rd seeded Philadelphia 76ers. Man, get ready for a young man versus old man show, as you have the Sixers' Ben Simmons and Markelle Fultz taking on the Miami Heat's Dwayne Wade and Hassan Whiteside. Now, the Heat and the Sixers do have a lot of history. In the 2012 NBA playoffs, it was the Heat defeating the 76ers 4-1, as Dwayne Wade and LeBron James beat Andre Iguodala and Allen Iverson to make it to the second round of the 2012 NBA playoffs that season. Lastly, in the East, we had the 4th seeded Cleveland Cavaliers take on the 5th seeded Indiana Pacers. And the Cavaliers and the Pacers have a lot of history, as last year it was the Cavaliers sweeping the Indiana Pacers in the 2017 NBA playoffs 4-0. Now the Cavaliers, they have been to the NBA Finals in 2016, beating the Golden State Warriors 4-3, as LeBron James, Kevin Love, and company beat Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson and the Splash Brothers Golden State Warriors. Now, if these two teams are your favorite, you don't want to miss this high-flying show. Now let's get to the West. In the West, we have the 8th seeded Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the number 1 seeded Houston Rockets. Man, get ready for a two-step of a show, as James Harden and Chris Paul take on Jimmy Butler and the Cat, Karl-Anthony Towns. Houston has home court advantage in this one, as we have 2016's MVP James Harden going up against 2013's MVP Jimmy Butler. Now, if these two teams are your favorite, you don't want to miss this Texas adventure, guys. It's going to be awesome. Also in the West, we have the 7th seeded Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the number 2 seeded Golden State Warriors. Man, if you love this show and if you love the Splash Brothers, you don't want to miss Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, the Splash Brothers, taking on the Oklahoma City's 2017 MVP Russell Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony, and Paul George. You don't want to miss it. If these two teams are your favorite, do not miss it Saturday on ABC, guys. You don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss it. Now, in the 6th seed, we have the San Antonio Spurs taking on the 3rd seed of Portland Trailblazers. The Marcus Aldridge, baby, coming back home to Portland as the Spurs take on the Portland Trailblazers. Now, quick side note for you guys. The Spurs and the Blazers did meet in the 2014 second round of the NBA playoffs. And it was the Spurs defeating the Blazers 4-3 to move on to the NBA championship. Now, last but not least, we have the 4th seeded Utah Jazz taking on the 5th seeded New Orleans Pelicans. Man, get ready for the unibrow Anthony Davis and his boy DeMarcus Cousins taking on the young gun Utah Jazz and Donovan Mitchell and Ricky Rubio. Guys, if these two are your favorite, you don't want to miss it. High flying action, dunks, alley-oops, man. I don't care how high it is. You don't want to miss it. You don't. Tune in Saturday on ABC. Now, if your teams from the East didn't make it, like the Hawks, the Pistons, the Hornets, don't be alarmed and don't be weary, because with hard work, dedication, and an injury-plagued season, they will make it back to the NBA playoffs next year. And if your teams in the West didn't make it, like the Clippers, Lakers, Wolves, or Suns, or the Wolves did make it, or the Suns or the Clippers or the Lakers didn't make it, that's okay. They still have time. Like I said, with hard work and dedication and no injuries next year, they will make it back next year. Well, guys, that's all the time that I have for now. Thank you for tuning in and watching me talk about and discuss the 2018 NBA playoffs. Like I said, with hard work and dedication, there is nothing you can't do or there is nothing you can't accomplish in the NBA. Thank you, guys, and good night.